I've never seen an arch out of lava in the Caribbean. We just ran around all over Bonaire, had this cutest little Barbie golf cart. We're renting another buggy. This one is a golf cart because this island's even smaller than the last island. There's no traffic lights here. There's a couple roundabouts, maybe 5. We do drive on the right-hand side still, so kind of like the States, but we're just getting a golf cart. It's gonna be epic.
Welcome back to part 2 of our 3-part mini-series showcasing the more off-the-beaten-path adventures available while on shore during our Christmas holiday cruise with Holland America. If there's anything close to a rugged option available, you can bet I'm gonna find it.
Right here we have reverse, blinkers, we also have windshield.
I like down.
Yeah, honestly.
Well, that way I can tell the speed.
And we have a rule on the island, not allowed to take anything with you, so no shells, corals, rocks. Otherwise, you'll get a fine at the cruise ship if they see you with it.
After looking things over, we've decided to head north and go along the Queens Highway in Bonaire. You about ready? Man, it's so nice having your feet actually fit on pedals. Welcome to Bonaire.
Before we could reach whatever wilderness the island had to offer, we needed to get through the capital city of Kralendijk, the island's main port and built upon a Dutch fort established in 1639. In no time, we were past the developments and driving by some pretty cool geological formations.
So here's some lava flow looks like. It could be coral, but it's probably lava, but I have no idea where it's from because I'm not a geologist. But it sure looks like lava. Yeah, look at that cave right there. A little starter cave. Okay, and here's the glory of the golf cart. Ready? Here it comes, camera. Woo! We just saw some looks like wild goats.
Head west on Villas.
There some are, but we're gonna go around and get really close because they don't seem to be scared of us.
Wild goats are a common, free-roaming sight across Bonaire, introduced by Spaniards in the 17th century.
Yeah, that's volcanic rock. That is not coral.
It actually is ancient coral that's been geologically pushed up and out of the sea around 90 million years ago when the Caribbean plate collided with the South American plate and is subsequently now limestone. However, these formations sit atop a thick layer of volcanic rocks, so unclear which part we're looking at here.
Now there's some beautiful water and caves right along our side, but this is pretty cool too. Behind us is just coral graveyard. Just smashed to bits on this lava. Well, that's fun. That's the lava rock surrounding the island, ready to crush everything. Can't take anything off these islands. They'll sell it to you, but you can't just pick it up and take it because there's not that much that survives coming over. And then if you come out on the lava, just be sure to watch where you walk because there's holes you can just easily fall and break your stuff in. But yeah, it's a cute island. I like the temperature. We've seen parrots, we've seen wild goats, we've seen lizards just everywhere. And we're standing on the lava flow right now that makes up what looks like the foundation and the seams of the island. And it's just brutal. But the water is glorious and this flag can go away.
We drove past the locally known Witch's Hut, a popular dive spot, and just enjoyed the scenery. The road meandered along the coastline and through some unique typography. Soon we arrived at a wall, not marked on the maps or indicated as anything special, but a pretty cool looking arch to stumble across.
Arches are pretty rare. I've never seen an arch on an island out of lava in the Caribbean. It's completely separated from the back wall, has trees growing up all the way around it. It's pretty neat. It's not tiny either as we're completely standing underneath it. In a landscape speckled with sandbar islands and just coral everything, I'm surprised to see this much lava. Which makes sense, but I didn't think it was that much in the Atlantic.
We're also not far from Mount Brandaris, the highest point on the island and primarily composed of volcanic basalt. We pressed on with an agenda to do a modified loop around the entire island with several points of interest charted out. Along the way, we passed Contour Global Bonaire, a hybrid power hub that supplies energy to the entire island by utilizing wind, solar, diesel, and batteries. Honestly, pretty cool. We also passed a petroleum terminal currently undergoing cleaning and modernization to restart operations. And finally,
It said on a sign, Flamingo Sanctuary.
the salt waters of Lake Goto inside the Washington Slagby National Park is an important foraging and breeding ground for Caribbean flamingos. It's also home to the common kadushi cactus, which can grow to 18 meters or 60 feet and produces edible, sweet kiwi-like fruit. The park is a little over 21 square miles and also serves as a nesting and foraging ground for a variety of birds, including the golden warbler, identifiable by its reddish-golden head patch. You can also find whiptail lizards like this female chilling in the brush, and the beautiful bird of prey called the crested caracara, or known locally as the warawara. Our journey continued into the town of Rincon, the smaller of the two formally recognized towns on the island. Established in 1527 by the Spanish, Rincon is the oldest settlement in the Dutch Caribbean. The Washington Slagby National Park Visitor Center was our next stop, which offered some great displays and exhibits showcasing the archaeology, history, and ecology of Bonaire. See, look, there are those birds we saw earlier. After spending a bit of time there, we got back on our Barbie car and then ran into what might have been my wife's favorite experience on the island. Donkeys were introduced to Bonaire in the 17th century by the Spanish, and today more than 1,000 wild donkeys live there. There is, in addition, nearly 900 donkeys located at a sanctuary elsewhere on the island. But chance encounters like this do happen, and they are enjoyable. Their presence is somewhat controversial, as they make a significant impact on the landscape. While classified as feral, these creatures are generally and predominantly docile unless provoked. Donkey encounter concluded, and back in Rincon, I couldn't help but stop for some homemade ice cream.
Pistachio ice cream. Here we go. Is it worth traveling here for? No. But if you're here, it's worth stopping for. It's very fatty. It's probably goat milk, really. Which might be why it's so creamy. I haven't seen a single cow. Getting milk here would be a pain. A lot of goats. I mean, it's so creamy, it coats the inside of your mouth with fat. It tastes very natural. And not full of preservatives, but whatever the green pistachio flavor is coming from.
Probably a one-time only order for me. We continued south and east to meet up with the coastline and explore what was promised to be more rugged terrain. Soon, we found ourselves going literally off the beaten path.
We're on the southern end of the island of Bonaire. About to walk out to a place called the Blowhole. Looks like it could be pretty exciting. We're on the Atlantic side. Massive differences in the island, which is interesting because it's not that topographical different. There's hills, but then it's just Wild West. Just down this section of coast, how these giant rocks are just plop, plunk, 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 plunk.
A dramatic feature caused by that combination of limestone, basalt, and ocean water.
There's a lot of different terrain on this island. There's some caves, there's lava flows, there's great beaches, there's great rocks. It's a good place. We're done for today. Hope you enjoyed watching it. We're gonna head home for now. See you soon.